There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children use it, let the children use it, let all the children do get.
David Robert Jones was born on January 8, 1947, in Brixton, London, to Margaret Mary and Haywood Stenton Jones. Little did they know that on that day they had just brought into the world a human being who would change the course of pop culture's history forever. At age 15 in school, he suffered an extensive injury to his left eye. Him and friend George Underwood had gotten into an argument over a girl. Underwood punched Bowie directly in the eye, putting him in the hospital for 4 months. It was later concluded that his pupil was permanently dilated, leaving him with an inaccurate depth perception and the discoloration of his pupil, thus creating the two different eyes we all know and love. Bowie and Underwood remained friends, and Underwood eventually did cover art for a few of Bowie's albums.
There's a starman waiting in
David Bowie originally began as a teenager performing in bars with his band Davy Jones and the Lower Third. His first TV performance was in 1970, where he performed Space Oddity. However, the first time we saw him on television was in 1964, when he spoke out against abuse towards men with long hair, accompanied by members of the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Long-Haired Men, a society that Bowie himself had founded. In 1972, we saw the debut of Bowie's alter ego Ziggy Stardust, an alien who had come to warn us of all the things to come for our world. In an interview with magazine Rolling Stone, he said, "I mean, my plastic rock and roller was much more plastic than anybody's, and that was what was needed at the time." Ziggy even got his own album, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust. In said album, the song 5 Years is listed. 5 years creates a would-be doomsday situation, one of the things Ziggy was sent to warn us about. In 1970, he released his album, The Man Who Sold the World. The title song is very commonly known nowadays because of band Nirvana's cover. However, the original version was written by David Bowie. On the covers, Bowie is depicted wearing a dress and women's shoes with his hair long. Right from the beginning of his career, Bowie began challenging the social norms and standards. In 1971, the album Hunky Dory was released. The most memorable song from the album was titled Changes. Bowie wrote the song about his own life changes and the shedding of his previous skin, Ziggy, along with an extreme drug addiction, and this time Bowie began having issues with producing quality music. In 1973, Bowie released album Aladdin Sane. In the album is a song called The Genie, which briefly became another one of Bowie's characters who had come from nowhere in particular to express his affection for women. You could say that the Genie was a bit of a Casanova. In 1974, we saw the release of Bowie's album Diamond Dogs. In said album, we witnessed the birth of the character that fans have affectionately named Halloween Jack. The song Rebel Rebel challenges parents' interpretation of children. In the lyrics it says, "You've got your mother in a whirl, she's not sure if you're a boy or a girl." Bowie always encouraged being who you are despite others' opinions. In fact, in song Rock and Roll Suicide, Bowie tells us, "Oh no, love, you're not alone." In 1977, Bowie released what's probably recognized as his most commercial or known album, Heroes. The title song talks about dreams and making a difference around you as he sings, "Oh, we could be heroes even just for one day."